can't believe I gotta have this
If
conversation.
he don't win this year, he's a bum.
What?
Joe, that's a Hall of Fame terrible take right there.
No, it's not. It's true. It's so true.
What?
Boy just choked. Straight women booty and let the ball go.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you.
LeBron James
puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound box. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Irving and Curry. One-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
Oh, yeah, but we'll get to explaining and debating in a second. What is up, everybody? Offseason is here.
Yes,
We took a few weeks off. Had to mourn my my Miami Heat's gentleman sweep in the finals.
Join the
Got
club.
it done. That's how we do.
Boy, the Lakers fan.
I've been to more Nuggets games than Lakers games.
What's that mean?
Just saying.
I've seen Kawhi play more. I've seen Kobe play in real life.
I
so,
don't
you know what I mean?
lose. My teams win every year. Period.
That is
Boy,
something you know about Joe.
who
Joe knows how to
Wallow
pick 18
267?
different teams and make sure he's always
Yeah.
covered.
He just whoever's winning, that's his team.
No, that's not true. Because the Celtics win, I'm gonna be pissed.
Nah,
You don't got to worry about that though. But okay, so we got the offseason started. This is our first offseason episode. We got big names on the move. It's been a busy offseason. We got one that looks like it's going to be on the move hopefully soon, so we can stop having to hear people talk about the same shit 3 different ways. But we're going to start it off with the big one for the Phoenix Suns. Bradley Beal traded to the Suns. He had a no-trade clause. He basically opened it up. Suns, Heat, that's it. Trade me to one of them, and I'm good. Suns got the deal done. What I want to know from you guys, one, what does this mean for Phoenix? Do you like the move? Do you hate the move? Take it whichever way you want to take it. But Joe, floor is yours.
I like the move a lot. I think Devin Booker in the playoffs proved that he can be the main ball handler on the team. And now that you got Brad, who's proven that he can be a main ball handler on the team, so now you can just split that up. You got somebody who can bring the ball up, so you obviously didn't need Chris Paul. I think you got enough faith in those 2 guys to be the main ball handlers. You got Campaign there every now and then, but I mean, he'd be like Mario Chalmers. He's really not going to do much. I like it to move a lot, but I'm concerned about their bench. It's going to be the same thing as last year.
Unnecessary shot at Mario Chalmers.
No, Mario Chalmers be doing unnecessary shots too, so I had to throw mine at him. Anyway, it's going to be nice, but at the end of the day, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with their bench, because it's not like the big 3 in Miami. At least not in my opinion. It's not quite that. So
not yet.
They need some help on exactly. That's why I need to see how it fills out. I like it though. I think it puts them up there right there at the West. I don't think they can beat the Nuggets right now though, with the way their roster is constructed. So they're gonna have to put some pieces together. They should be calling Dwight Howard, in my opinion. I think that'd be a great move, but I doubt they do that.
That's one I have not thought about, Joe, but I'm going to think about it while Devion goes.
Yeah.
What you think, Devion?
Then he got me thinking about the white shit. That might not be bad. I think that's cool because that like Brad Beal, the Suns just have the same problem. Like you got 2 people who can score. Chris Paul can't score when he don't play. So now I know everybody worried about ball handling. D-Book was a ball handler. Cool. Now you got Brad Beal out there. So now he can. You got to play them. You're going to have to play everybody one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Like
somebody going to be open.
Somebody going to be open. You can't sag off. If you sag off on it, you leave Bradley Beal open. He damn near scored. Well, he was he was like 0.1 away from being a scoring champion, a year or 2 ago?
2 years ago when he played with Russ.
Yep. So
3 years ago now.
So look, I don't know, man. They just got to go in there and find something. Yeah, but the bench is kind of like, you got to go and throw some shooters. Go play some people who just play defense. You know, you got to pick up like Dennis Schroeder type players not necessarily him, but you gotta get players that fit just in the role because that. But
They
I
did
don't.
sign
That's
Eric
fair.
Gordon. They did sign
Yeah,
Eric Gordon,
I
so that's
like
a
that move.
solid bench piece. He's
But
getting
it's
up there
just
in age
like
himself, but
they need some defense though. That's what they need. They need defense. They need just players who can, like Pat Bev. If you need a player like a Pat Bev that's going to just be a pest for people, and that's all he gonna do all day because scoring. I don't think they need to worry about scoring no more. Especially like Eric Gordon, he can. I would have him coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Let him lead that. Get some scoring off the bench. He don't mind doing it. Scoring, I think you good, but defense is gonna be because the Nuggets. You
Alright,
they're
alright.
can't beat
verified
them.
now.
You know what I'm saying? You
They
can't beat them
stamped
if
it.
you can't defend them.
But they got Roy Hibbert.
Oh my god, that boy think this 97 Pacers.
That
Let's go.
they got Frank Vogel and they got now I can't even think of his name because I just called him Roy Hibbert. My fault.
That
DeAndre, they
boy,
got DeAndre Ayton.
I know
What
who
else
you
they gonna
said.
do? What else they gonna do? That's what they gonna try to turn him into. Roy Hibbert. I'm trying to tell you what.
He out of there.
Look, all right. So
He's gone.
I'm glad that y'all are
Gone.
on the same page because I saw so much discourse in the media when this trade first went down. Oh, well, what are the Suns doing? Why would they do this? The contract, all these things. Look, Chris Paul had a big contract. They're about to eat like $15 million just to not have him on the roster.
Yeah.
So why would you not just take that $15 million and pay it to somebody else and you get a better player, a younger player? You know, the whole thing obviously with Brad's going to be, can he stay healthy? Right? That's the whole thing. And so you did kind of trade an injury prone player for an injury prone player, but at the end of the day, Brad averaged 30 points a game in a season. You can't tell me that trading a 38-year-old point guard for someone that just averaged 30 not that long ago, who's only 30 years old himself, you can't tell me that's not a good idea. And
But he don't got to carry that load as much either.
exactly,
No.
he's not gonna
Yeah.
average 30. I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
we see the capability there. If you really
No, I'm
wanted
saying
to.
like he
But
don't
just
have
think about
to.
like it's
He
gonna
getting
be
hurt because he
Brad.
got so much to do when he
Exactly.
was out the Wizards.
But
Now he can spread it over two other people
it's gonna be
and
like
and be good.
his early in his career when he was just a spot up shooter. He's gonna be able to
Yep.
sit there, shoot a lot of threes, and then but then now he can also be the main ball handler too. He know how to do that.
Yeah, and I think that's
So
a
that's
great point
dangerous.
that I think a
That
lot
shit
of people
dangerous.
just missed out because they don't watch the fucking Wizards. Bradley
Exactly.
Beal is a great playmaker. Everyone got
They
mad that his points
tripping.
per game came down. Well, yeah, it's because his assists per game went up. He was
Yep.
dishing. He had a Porzingis. He had other people. He was trying to get them involved. It was a different offense than when
Bro,
he
they
was
were
first.
winning when he did that. So what are they like?
It's like,
What do you
I don't
do?
get it. So I don't know. Like,
get that.
they didn't. I don't think very many people are really familiar with Brad's game. I think they're going to get real familiar now. They're going to get a lot of national TV games, and I think everyone's going to try and kind of hide their negative takes on this trade after the season actually starts playing out and they see him fit in with Booker and KD. Because I think Brad's a lot like KD in a sense on offense where he doesn't have to have the ball to be effective. Like he's not
Nope.
one of these guys that you just need to give him the ball, let him dribble the ball for 8, 9, 10 seconds. He'll rotate, DHOs, he'll spot up. Perfect fit in my opinion. But let's talk about the other piece of that trade, Chris Paul, who initially went to the Wizards, then rerouted to the Warriors. This one's interesting to me. Devion, you are our resident Chris Paul expert, so I'll let you start this one.
I didn't get it at first, and then I thought about it and said the one thing that Chris Paul, we can say whatever we want about him, he's great at developing young players. They got a bunch of young talent that, like the Warriors got a bunch of young talent where it's like 1 year that's like, okay, they cool. Then they don't know what they, the roles that they fit. Throw him in there. You don't need him to play the whole year. All you need him to do is talk. Get in there mentally, show these kids how to do like the drills, and he get them involved, build the confidence up. And that's a hefty price tag for it. But once you go in there and get, 1 or 2 years under Chris Paul, that $40 million is cleared up. I actually like that trade. That's to me.
Wow, I did not expect Devion.
No, I
to
like it because I had to really think about it. At first, I was like, "This is the dumbest fucking trade I've ever seen in my life." Like, but I thought about it as far as like, say like this, you keep a Jordan Poole or go and get like a Dame. I heard like Dame, oh, you could have got him for the Bay. Yeah, you might get like 1 or 2 championships, but if you get a Chris Paul to help develop those young players, you can go and expand that out. You might not win as many championships, but you can be good for a very long time, and people want to come and play with you.
Trying to
So it's
extend the
like,
window.
yeah, that's it. So it's like for the future of that franchise, I think Chris Paul is. People may not see it right now, but give it like a year or two. Look, OKC is a prime example. Look at what he did with OKC.
Yeah.
And now people are paying
Yeah.
attention to him. They getting people to want to come and play. It's like, okay, now people will consider playing some OKC, even though it's still a trash organization. But it's more, you know what I'm saying, more of a spotlight on
I
it.
mean, you know, they made it into the play-in. You know, like they had their like, you know, you can
Hey.
see it starting to build. A lot of those young
Yeah.
guards starting to look good. Shea looks
Mhm.
great. Joe,
I'm
a
cool
follow-up
with that.
question to Devion's statement: is this the most positive you've ever seen Devion talk about Chris Paul?
1,000%, 1,000%.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's something about it. Watch, he gonna be making more threes than he ever did. His 3-point shooting gonna be better. It's something about Golden State. You're gonna be able to shoot threes somehow. That shit rub off. But I like it too, to be quite honest. I like the move. I
And
think
he don't
it's
gotta play
actually
40
gonna
minutes.
make yeah, exactly. And I like what Davion said about unlocking the young players. I think Chris Paul gonna do a lot for Jonathan Kuminga. Like if he can develop him into a poor man's Blake Griffin, I think that'd be huge because that pick and roll could be real nasty, and Chris Paul can help develop that because that's what Kuminga's missing. Like you see the ability, you see the talent there, but he hasn't taken that step. I think bringing Chris Paul is
Uh-oh.
Look, he might have been saying some bullshit. That's why they cut him off. But he
Dang.
wouldn't. Oh, and you don't gotta look. And Chris Paul don't gotta play 40 minutes a game and no more. He can play 15 minutes a game and be effective.
Yeah,
Hey.
so that's kind of where I'm going to take this. I'm interested to see where does Chris Paul exactly fit in? Does he start? Does he come off the bench? Like I think he has to come off the bench, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I'm not going to say I dislike the trade. I can't say that I love it.
I'm sorry. I read Cole. Cole, you're right. I'm for real. This is gonna be the first playoff he might make it through the whole.
The thing that's interesting to me though is like Chris Paul and the way that the Warriors play could not be like they couldn't be more opposite. Like you know what I mean? Like with Golden State, they have a free flowing offense. The ball moves, it doesn't stick. When Chris Paul is on your team, Chris Paul dominates the ball. He still gets everybody involved. It's not that it's like a selfish thing, but it's a much slower pace than Golden State would typically play. So if you're basically taking Chris Paul and making him basically run that second unit, I think that's fine. I think your guys' points with the younger players is valid. Get some confidence into Kuminga. The one person I wish they still had on the roster after having this move is James Wiseman. I wish they would not have traded him. I think this would have been great for his career. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm not completely sold on it because my mindset is like, okay, how is this going to get them further in the playoffs? And this does nothing for them if they run into your Lakers again. They still have nobody for Anthony Davis. They would have nobody for a Jokic defensively. And I just don't know that this takes them over the edge offensively to where they can offset what they can't do defensively against some of those dominant bigs in the West.
I'm going to say this, and I know I'm a Lakers fan and all that, but here's the thing when it comes to Anthony Davis, you may not have anybody for him defensively, but offensively, when Chris Paul comes down there, throws those lobs and gets what is it? Because you know Anthony Davis sometimes he always puts his back to people and he has to come over and do
help
this.
defense. Yeah.
He go punish him for that. He go get in foul trouble. So you might not
He
have
could
enough
like I'm not saying like
but offensively,
I'm not against the move. I'm not against it. I'm just saying I just don't know that it's like that thing that is going to put them over the edge in terms of winning next year. Now I like your point with the younger players. I think it's good. I think it's great for the younger players.
If not, hey, you got $40-something million. Try again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's worth a shot. You know what I'm saying? It's
to me the best part of this for the Warriors is they got Jordan Poole off the team. That was the win,
Facts.
in my opinion. I'm
For
just
both of
not
them.
I'm not a Jordan Poole guy. Just
Nah,
not a Jordan Poole guy.
he'll be good.
He'll get to
there.
do it. He'll get to do exactly what he wants to do in Washington. He'll just
Yeah.
chuck shots.
And
Doesn't
find
really
out who
matter
he
if they
is as a
win.
player. Yep.
Wink at the attractive women that sit courtside. Like it'll be fantastic for him.
That's
Like
all you care about.
he'll love it. He'll
You
love
ain't
it.
lying.
So
You ain't lying.
all right, let's talk about the other big name. This name is not left yet, but he is demanded out. Finally, the two most stubborn motherfuckers in the league. Brad Beal demanded a trade. He got out of his situation. Now Dame demands out of Portland, and he is demanded to go to the Heat. He is threatening that if he gets traded somewhere else, he just won't play. So this makes it all real interesting.
Man, fuck that, bro. Man,
Joe?
fuck Dame. Fuck Dame, bro. I'm tired of this dog. I'm so mad at him, bro. All this fucking whining about I want this, I want that. I don't need a super team. Just bring me some talent. Jeremiah Grant get 140 million or some shit like that, and now all of a sudden he want to trade. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. You was just 2 weeks ago saying you'd be okay if they got Draymond Green and then somebody else. Now all of a sudden you want to go ring chasing. Is that not ring chasing?
Yeah.
Did Miami Heat just not make the finals? I feel like that's ring chasing.
I don't know, Joe. You told me the entire playoff run, all
I ain't believe it
how much
either.
the Heat suck. But
The Heat do suck. To be honest, I'm gonna say something that's gonna piss you off. I think he should want to go to the Celtics and not to Miami. I think going to Miami don't put Miami as an automatic contender to be the favorites in the East. I think if you put Jaylen Brown, you trade Jaylen Brown for Dame, I think that makes the Celtics better than the Bucks. I think that makes them better than Miami. I think that automatically makes them the best team in the East. But if you put him on Miami, okay, you got Dame, you got Butler, you got Adebayo. That's nice, but I still think the Bucks are better. I think the Celtics could compete. Like, I mean, the coaching gonna matter, but I think they could compete. So I think he should. I think he needs to go to
sounds
the
like we're
Celtics.
getting
To be honest,
healthy dose of coping from Joseph over there. Devion, what you
Man.
got?
Shit, we seen it coming. Like, did nobody? I don't think I never believed he was gonna stay in Portland. Like, but him want to be in Miami, cool. I get it. Have your agent go out there and do it. I think it's a good fit. I think it's a couple. It's a couple places that would have been great for him, but Dame going to Miami. I feel what you're saying, Joe, but at the same time, it's if you look at like the Blazers, like the whole time he's been there even since Aldridge, it's always been like a mentality thing with these people. They get in the playoffs and then these people just they soft as fuck. Like for real. They don't got no killer mentality, and then they lean on Dame. Dame can go and score 50, but don't nobody else do shit.
but I mean, Dame is definitely a defensive liability.
But guess what? If you're
Even in the playoffs,
liability,
even in the playoffs,
who's a great team?
he can't.
Oh, yeah.
He can't sit
There
in
ain't
the
no
chair for
denying
30
that.
seconds.
No,
He's
no,
not sitting in the chair for 30 seconds.
No, I get that. No, but who's a great team to put him on if he's a defensive liability? I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
what his.
I
but
agree with that, but you
I
giving
like
up
him
too
on the
much.
Celtics.
Who else you got?
The Celtics, but the Celtics is disorganized, bro. It's too much. Like, it's too much immaturity there. Like, we like Tatum and all
You don't
that
want to
shit,
go to that
but
racist.
You don't want
Doesn't-
to. You don't want
doesn't-
to go there.
Let's just put it out there.
Yeah.
That's why you don't want to go there.
Yeah, he did say he didn't want to go there. But isn't Dame a
Yeah.
leader? Don't he want to
Yeah,
lead?
but come on, you
Why
gonna be
don't you
fighting
go
for
over
number
there
one,
and lead,
number
bro?
two.
You want to be a leader? You said I'm a leader. Go over there and lead then.
I think it's a lot more. I think it's
Nah.
much
He ain't leading
more
shit
off
in Miami.
The field. I don't think he's. I think it's much more off the court with Boston than it
but-
is.
Oh
with
yeah,
the
it's
players
definitely
there.
off the
Yeah,
court. Absolutely.
in Miami too. I don't think they're gonna be competing who's number one, number two, number three. I don't think Jimmy
No,
gives a
facts.
fuck. I don't think
No.
Bam gives a fuck.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You know
So
what I'm
that's
saying?
why
James
I think like Miami makes the most
James
sense for
Harden.
Dame. If he's going to dictate a team, I don't necessarily agree with your take. The Celtics make the most sense. If I was going to throw out another team that I think would make sense for him that's not Miami, it would be Philly.
Yep.
I think Philly would be the team if he was going to like. There's a natural thing there. Maxey could go. That's a nice piece.
I'd rather keep Maxey, to be honest.
I think there's an argument for that. So I keep hearing all these people in the national media, and I get it. National media hates Miami. I don't know why, but they do. And they keep trying to make all these things like, why would he should go to Philly? Like all the other things he should go to. I don't think there's a better center. And this is not me being biased. It's complete unbiased take, I
fuck with
really don't
Miami
think
at
there is a
all.
better team than Miami for Dame.
It fits his
Because like you said,
personality.
Joe, like you said, he's a defensive liability. Great. You got Jimmy there that can take that assignment. You got potentially Caleb Martin, if he's not involved in the deal, to also take that assignment. You also have Bam. Like you have the defensive players, and you know Miami's going to just keep finding these undrafted or lowly drafted players that are going to come in and fit
That's
in
for sure.
defensively and compete, right?
Yeah. Offensively,
It's the one place
picks up all
offensively
the
where
slack.
he will still get to be the guy. Jimmy
come
does
on,
not
man.
care if Jimmy takes 12 shots a game and Dame's taking 25 and the Heat are winning. Jimmy's not going to give a fuck.
Hey, Joe, can I ask you a
So
question?
that's going to be perfect for him in terms of the balance that he
That's
would
fair.
want from his team. So that's why I think it makes a ton of sense. Now the trade and everything, like I just need shit to happen. Like
It's
I'm
gonna
sick of
happen.
having to
It's
hear
just they
people
stalling.
talk. The issue being what I find interesting is they don't want Hero. So it's finding that team that's going to take Hero and then send a pick. It sounds like there's 5 teams that are willing to trade a first-round pick to the Blazers and take Hero. So I don't think that's much of an issue. But Joe, your first comment, stop it. Only
What?
one team in the East has been in the finals 2 out of the last 4 years, and they might add Damian Lillard and not lose a star.
Yeah, fuck
Clear-cut
outta here,
favorite.
No, for real,
Clear-cut favorite.
Fuck out of
Nah,
here.
I'm not saying it's
I-
automatic. I'm not saying it's automatic,
here.
but clear-cut favorite.
bro. You can.
Okay.
I damn near say they coming out the East. I can say it because
No way, bro.
No, come
no
on, bro.
way.
Look,
You're not
if
thinking
Jimmy
about the
Butler-
pieces. You're not
I
thinking about
am.
all the pieces they gonna lose to attain
Who?
Damian Lillard.
Miami.
Lame ass
it-
Kyle Lowry
Ooh.
and Tyler Hero.
You just upgraded.
Hero didn't play in the playoffs.
They
He played
lose
one
more
half.
than
Offensively
Okay, bro.
combined, they ain't fucking with Dame.
They
First of all,
said-
Not
you
happy.
think you think all
they
it's gonna
both-
take is
talk
Tyler
about
Hero and
defense.
Kyle Lowry?
in
Yeah.
picks.
No
Picks.
chance.
Why?
No chance. No
The fuck
chance.
those picks? What are
No
those picks
chance.
go do for them? They
Here's the
they
thing.
can
No
still go in here and
chance.
make
Other
trades. Bro,
teams,
come on,
with,
man.
with Damian Lillard
No
saying he is
chance.
not going to play or he'd be unhappy if he goes somewhere else, why would you give
That
up
don't mean
assets?
shit, bro. That don't mean
Why
shit,
would you
bro.
give up assets if say you're the Celtics and he says I'm not going to play for you? Why
Bro,
would you trade
that
Jalen
don't
Brown?
mean that don't mean shit to me, bro. You don't dictate what go on, bro. I'm trading your contract to whoever I want to trade you to, bro. You don't have a no trade clause.
You're not listening. You're not listening to me.
I
understand
I'm
what you're
about
saying.
Portland. I'm not saying Portland. Why would Boston trade
Come on, bro.
Jalen Brown for somebody that doesn't want to play?
Yeah.
He says he's not going to play for
and
you.
use that close
Why
to
would you
the
do that?
playoff. and
You
gonna
believe
give all
that,
them
though.
pieces up.
You believe that. So you believe
Yeah.
you believe Dame Lillard's agent saying he ain't gonna be happy if he don't go anywhere by Miami.
Yeah.
Of course.
Man, come on, bro.
Dame even hinted at it.
If I'm well, bro, please, bro. If I'm
Dame
Boston, I'm
hinted
calling
at
your
it.
bluff, bro. I'm calling your bluff.
All right,
man.
and guess
Fuck
what?
that.
You know what you gonna end up with? The same
oh,
shit that
you mean-
happened with Toronto.
we gonna
with
we gonna
Kawhi
go to
Leonard
the
with
finals.
No ring, no.
We gonna
No,
go
you
to the
gonna get
finals.
no ring, and he gonna leave. You gonna be like
Nope.
the same shit that happened
He
with
ain't
Kawhi.
going nowhere because his
I'm-
contract.
all
He ain't
right.
going nowhere.
I'm
That's
all
fine.
right,
If he
Joe.
doesn't play, then you're fucking over your entire future.
He's gonna play.
No one's gonna give
You
up assets for
That's a
somebody that
lot of
doesn't want to
shit
be
you gotta
there.
give up for him.
I would-
to-
Especially a
gladly-
33-year-old who, at the very end of his contract,
Please,
his last year of his
bro.
contract, is gonna be $60 million.
Jaylen
at age
Brown.
37.
Hey, Joe, I
Jaylen Brown
think
and
people are
Pritchard.
stupid enough to do that, though.
Jaylen Brown and
I agree
Pritchard
with you.
for Dame.
I think they dumb enough to do it. People will
Hell
be
yeah.
dumb enough to do that and give up a lot of pieces, and then he gonna
They
go
won't
and say,
have to
"Well,
give up a lot.
I'm going to Miami." Yeah, boy, yes, they are.
He can't go to
Oh.
Miami like that. He can't just say, I guess he can.
Hey,
but he ain't gonna
hey.
do that.
We just saw
Joe.
James
He ain't
Harden
gonna
do
do
it. We've seen
Yeah.
James Harden do it twice.
Yeah.
Oh, so now Dame's gonna change his whole personality and he's gonna be like KD, Kyrie, and James Harden and just jump ship whenever his shit don't go his way.
No,
Well,
I'm
all
not
of a
saying
sudden-
that.
it's
I'm
been
not
He just
saying
going-
that.
waited. He
I'm
just
saying
did
when
a decade of losing, and now all of a sudden he gonna just say,
No,
"I'm gonna
that's-
jump."
he's
no,
not
that's the
losing
point.
because of
That's
him
the point.
either.
He's
That's
a
why he
stubborn
wants to leave.
motherfucker. That's what we know.
Yeah,
He's a
bro.
stubborn motherfucker.
Bro.
He said, "I'm going to Miami."
Who's
Bro,
He's
on
not
that?
gonna move off it.
It's
You know he's
Who's
not
that?
gonna move off it because
He
he's
don't have
stubborn.
no. Bro, if I'm Boston, I'm making that trade happen.
Hey, he got all the leverage. He just
Okay.
gave all the leverage to Miami. Either do that, and then Miami don't got to get up nothing, and then in the off season,
Miami
can
still have
still-
to give up something. 'Cause I
No,
no,
think-
I'm
Miami,
saying like if he gets traded to another team, all Miami's gonna do doing out the whole season, start figuring out how to clear up cap space and trade which pieces would be good for Dame. And at the end of the season, Dame go walk his ass right on to Miami. Like
That's fine.
it's just bad leverage.
Or you can be Portland and just wait as long as you want to,
what
and then
team,
Miami gonna press and say, "Shit, we gotta do something."
Well, what team do you think got enough the front office is that good to get him what he wants and to make
None
him
of them because
happy
they
in 1
too.
year.
None of them because most of them too scared. Because
So
most
why
of them
do
don't
it?
want to take that. Oh, it didn't work out.
Yeah, this ain't Mark Cuban. Like
Danny
Mark
Ainge
Cuban,
is the only one willing to take that
man,
risk, but he's in Utah,
And he's
so it's
not
not
going
gonna
to
happen.
Utah.
exactly.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like the
Exactly.
places that
Utah
he
would be
would
stupid
go,
to
ain't
do it
happen.
because they're not ready for that. Like Dame doesn't make Utah a contender.
No.
So it's like
You
I
said
think
what front office? So I was that didn't
yeah,
know
yeah.
what name.
understand,
I
I
think
like,
I
but
think that's the trickiest part of this whole situation. Is like there's not a ton of teams where I think Dame like is like
Just
that much of a needle mover to like push. So like if you're a team like take Oklahoma City, right?
yeah,
They've got a
he's not
lot of
moving the needle.
picks, a lot of stuff, but like he's not gonna put them over the edge to be, like they're just gonna be Portland, right? Like a good team, a fun team, but they're not really gonna compete to win
42
anything.
wins.
You know, like the Bucks, like
46.
I don't know. Like, do you really think of like they swapped like Drew Holiday and Dame? Like that really makes them better. It makes them good in like a different
No,
way.
defensively, no.
Yeah, it's
Off-
like
yeah.
they're still
Offensively,
good, but it's like
Now, if you
why,
said
if you're
Chris
Bucks,
Middleton, now if you
yeah,
no.
no, that's a good point.
I still wouldn't do that. I think
they need a
he
But I don't
picks
know
up a
why.
lot
But
more
then
slack.
Portland, why would
Yeah.
Portland do that? Like,
Yeah.
why would
Exactly.
Portland want a Chris Middleton?
Yeah.
You know, like
I don't think
want
the
picks.
Bucks don't want Chris Middleton, but they didn't have a choice.
They just
lost that.
re-signed him.
They lost out on the Brad trade, so they didn't have a choice.
Oh, I was so happy Brad did them so dirty and just left him right out of that.
Bro, who wants to go to
Left him right
DC to Milwaukee? Like, fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, like
I'm going to
yeah,
Phoenix. It's nice as hell out here. I can golf every day.
bro. Phoenix is nice.
Nice
I ain't gonna lie
as
to
hell.
you. I'd rather go to Phoenix than Milwaukee, and it's cold out there.
Ain't no snow.
It's cold.
Yeah, fuck out of here, bro. Yeah.
Boy, that's a brutal winter.
My
But-
man saw let's see, Buck, Milwaukee, Phoenix, or Miami. Yeah, let's just cut that northern one out.
But
Those
yo, think about with Dame in Miami. Look at pretty much what everybody criticized. I criticize them for it. Like they suck offensively. They struggle. He's gonna get you 40. Now if Jimmy gets you 30.
He's a missing
Bam's
piece.
gonna get you 20. Like for you got 3 players that can go any given night and give you 70 to 80
I ain't
points.
seen it. They don't move me.
We just seen it in the
It
playoffs.
don't move me. It don't
And
move
then
me.
in Denver, that Denver series, they
Kyle Lowry and Gabe Vincent go to Damian Lillard, and he acts like it's not going to be a difference.
Come on, bro. Like the problem that
on,
they have.
So we gonna act like it's not my fault.
They couldn't go shot for shot with
It's
him.
not
Now
my
you got
fault that
somebody with
everybody.
Jim,
It's not my
come
fault
on.
that everybody in the East went retarded during the playoffs and didn't know how to play against a zone. I'm just saying.
It's
That's
mental.
not my fault.
It's a mental thing.
You think that's going to change? You think
No.
these teams got smarter? You think Boston fixed their?
Bro.
Okay, let's talk about Boston.
If Christian Brown can figure it out,
Kristaps Porzingis
Brown.
goes to the Celtics. So let's talk about Boston, your favorite fucking team now, Joe.
no, don't put that on my. Don't put that on my.
I
name.
can't tell. I can't tell with how bad you're hoping Dame goes there instead of Miami because you know what that really means for Miami.
Fuck
You
Miami,
have to
bro.
deal
I
with me
hate Miami.
all season again.
I just want to see
Joseph, start us off on this one. What do you think of the Porzingis trade?
I mean, I like it, but I think it's a gamble because at the end of the day, when we go into the playoffs, every time with the Boston Celtics, it comes down to their post game. They shoot too many threes. They don't have nobody in the post, and their big man is usually injured. And I think it's a gamble because Porzingis, I get it. He had 1 year where he was healthy. He played a lot of games, but I'm still gonna put the injury-prone tag on him. So what if he get hurt? Robert Williams, we damn sure know he injury prone. He not gonna play all them games. So still, at the end of the day, your best big man is Al Horford. You can't win in the playoffs if that's gonna be your deal. And I don't trust Mazzulla. I don't trust Mazzulla to have Porzingis in the paint. I think he's gonna have him at that perimeter. They're gonna be shooting a hell of a lot of threes. And Porzingis is not going to be as good and productive as he was with the Wizards because he was posting up. He had the mid range, then he was stretching out to the three.
I don't know that I would
He
say
ain't going to do that with the
posting up a
Celtics.
ton, but
he was doing it
I hear
more.
you. I
ain't
hear
gonna
you
do
in
that
terms
with the
of
Boston
what he's
Celtics.
going to do with Boston.
He's not doing that
Devion,
with
what
the
you
Celtics.
got? So wait, Joe, let's go on like a scale of 1 to 10 so I can assess how much you like it. Scale of 1 to 10, how much do you like it for the Celtics?
An 8.
8?
I just think it's a big gamble. I just think it's a huge gamble because of injuries.
Got it. Devion?
I don't know yet. Yeah, it's really contingent, like Joe said, if he's not hurt, if he
Let's
plays.
assume he's healthy.
So if he's healthy, I like it a lot because they don't have Grant Williams no more. Robert Williams is not gonna really be playing there, so it's not gonna really mess up the flow. He can play a little defense. He can stretch the floor out because he can get you on the perimeter. Sometimes I don't think he's gonna be in the post that often. I don't think Boston's coach is gonna be smart enough to put him down there and start really fucking dudes up. And when they started trying to double team him, hit him out, go back to the three, come back in, do in and out. I don't think they're gonna be doing shit like that. But I like the way, I don't know, Jaylen Brown chucks up fucking shots. He thinks he's Jordan.
Dribble. He dribble, motherfucker.
But he can't dribble, but he gonna shoot the fucking lights out the ball. Tatum. So like I guess towards the end of the game when they struggle third, fourth quarter, when Tatum just wants to be Chris Paul and forget that he's there supposed to be scoring 50 points a game, Jaylen Brown forgets how to dribble. You can give it to Porzingis, and I can be confident he can score the ball. He's gonna play defense. I like it. If he's healthy, I like it.
Scale
I
of 1 to
don't
10?
6.5, like 6.5, 7. I still don't think I don't think it gets him over the hump though.
No,
The pieces that they had, if they found a way to fuck it up with what they just had and they got rid of it, I don't think Porzingis is your answer. I think it'll be more fun to watch them play. But I don't think now they're not a for sure contender at all. I think they drop down. I think Miami gets Dame, Boston goes down.
All
That's
right, so
how I feel.
if I'm gonna go 1 to 10 on this move, I'm gonna give it a 2. I think it's a stupid move for the Celtics. I think it's a waste of money. I think, and not that I think Porzingis is a bad player. To me, he does nothing for them. Absolutely nothing. The one issue for me with the Celtics is they're not organized on offense. They are like when shit gets
to get
tight,
a point guard.
or use them, like whatever you want to call it. Like to me, the adding Porzingis and sending out Smart is that's a loss to me. Like that's a loss to me. If I'm a Boston fan, I think that's a loss. I think Marcus Smart is one of those guys. I don't like him. Like I actively hate him when playing against him. But he's everything. He's everything that a team needs to win. Porzingis to me could be a nice play. I still think the best place for him that he's landed at in this whole situation was when he was in Dallas, but they didn't, Luka didn't want to give anything to like allow him to be that complimentary player. So okay. I'm envisioning this. We're in the fourth quarter. We're in the playoffs. You're playing a good defensive team because there's a ton of them in the East, right? Whether it's Miami, whether it's Milwaukee, Philly. Who is Porzingis really giving you an extra oomph against? Bam? No.
Nope.
Embiid? No. Brook Lopez or Giannis? No. Like it's like to me, it's just like you tried to add like a different dimension to your team, but then when you play the best teams in your conference, that's not a matchup you're gonna like. Like you're not gonna like the matchup against the teams that you know you're gonna play. So to me, Joe, I would if they could have got some. I don't know what point guard was out there to necessarily go get. If they could have been in the trade that, I mean, Chris Paul would have been fine for them. He's not exactly the type of point guard I really want for them. I want them to be more free flowing, ball moving around a lot. That's when I think they're the most unguardable, and that's not really Chris Paul's game. But
they need a Pat Bev type of player. They need somebody who just go move the ball and motivate them. They struggle. They got a mental issue, like for real. They're not mentally tough. And Tatum does not need to be the point guard ever.
No.
Brown definitely don't need to be the fucking point guard. They need just a facilitator, like you said. Just
they really don't even.
Dennis Schroeder would have been
not
cool.
even like it's really not even like a point guard. It's more of like how they operate their offense. Like that's really more of the issue. And like maybe focusing on the point guard of it is the wrong way to focus on it. And like instead of trusting a player to handle that offense, You trust
Yeah,
a
I think you're
system
in the right direction with that.
that keeps the ball moving. That way, because at that point it's impossible to guard Tatum and Brown.
Yeah, put
Brown
both
doesn't even
of them
have to
on
use his left
wings.
hand to give the
Come
ball
on,
away.
man.
He doesn't have to because the ball is moving so much. He
Yeah.
just has to boom, one swipe, put the ball on the ground, 1 or 2 dribbles. He's either at the rim or a pull up. But
They're not gonna do that though.
they won't. They won't, and that's why we're gonna get to laugh at them again next
They
playoffs.
suck. Yeah, man, that's dumb. I think a facilitator is perfect for them. Put both of them on the wing. Put Brown on the right so he can go right every time. He mess up, swing it back over to the point.
I mean,
get a
like Porzingis
facilitator.
is just like a floor spacing
Yeah.
big is just stupid to me. Like I don't really understand the point
Yeah.
of that.
If it
And
was
if you stick
05, this would be
Porzingis
great.
in the middle
It'd
of
be a
their
10 out of
offense,
10.
then what does Tatum and Brown do? Like that. Like that's,
05
I don't
has been
really.
great.
Maybe I'll see when they get it all together. I just don't see the fit. But now, what I want to ask you guys, I want your
That's 'cause-
favorite.
Oh man.
I'm gonna call it an other offseason move. So not the 4 that we named, not the big names,
Yeah.
but your favorite other, like your smaller, lower key, but going to make a big impact when the season starts. Devion, I'm gonna let you start.
Lakers.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Well, which
Let's
one?
say
We
Pat.
finally did.
What move?
All of them. Like I'm dead ass. Like it's no move that they did that I really don't. D-Lo, he's the only questionable one.
That's
I don't know
definitely
how I feel
questionable.
about him.
That's questionable.
He's the only questionable. But going to pick up like a Gabe Vincent or something like
Huge.
this. Do you know how helpful that's
Do you know how
gonna be for
upset I
us?
was when I saw
Huge.
that fucking
I
news?
know you was mad, but you know what that's gonna do for us. Like for
All
real,
I
a
know
Gabe
is y'all
Vincent-
better treat him better than y'all treated my boy Kendrick Nunn.
I hope so because
Yeah,
I
I don't know what that
we
was
did with
about.
that one. I still don't know what that. Like we got Cam Reddish. Look how cheap we got him. Just like if these moves that we got don't work, we ain't got a lot of money tied up in these people. And if you want to trade them off, it's not like they taking up a lot of cap space on people's teams. So you got a bunch of young players I think they got a bunch of young players, especially like Gabe Vincent. That was by far my favorite pickup by them because when you get a player like that, especially from a Miami offense, we don't got to worry about egos. We don't got to worry about where he's going to fit. We know he's coming there to do his job every night. When you need players like that, like waving Obama, fuck cares. Like, fuck was he go be good somewhere else.
Please.
Like D-Lo, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like where he fits in at that, but at the same time, but we got a bunch of players that where we struggling offensively, get some people who can shoot. The other people who can't shoot, they'll play defense. Some of them might play a little bit of defense and then get you like 5 points, and that's what we need. Because Gabe Vincent, if we had that during this playoffs, come on, that's a whole other ball game. Because now you gotta guard him because you fucking shoot the lights out and he'll fuck you up, take the ball off the dribble. I'm not gonna say we're contenders with this. I'm not gonna say we're contenders with it. I still don't think we're the favorites at all with these moves. It's just gonna be fun to watch us play.
The whole argument that we had, Devion,
Yeah.
I might have to.
No, it's the Reeves one is the one we was talking about.
And a certain someone you said
Yeah.
was for sure better than your favorite addition here.
Yeah. I do think he's better than him. I'm just saying. I definitely think he's better than.
We'll
Gabe.
save it. We'll save it. Joe, what you got?
Reeves is better than
Yeah.
Gabe Vincent.
Absolutely.
He just fits something that we didn't have
Yes.
people who can shoot. We didn't have people who can. We struggle offensively like with people who can shoot like that. That's it.
When D-Lo's fucking around,
all
you
I'm
can put
all I'm
Gabe
gonna
Vincent
say
on
with
him.
D-Lo,
say,
like with a
Devion,
D-Lo, like
Devion,
offense.
all I'm gonna say
is
I'm
we
gonna
still
ask
better
you
than
the
Miami.
same question.
Yeah, we still better than
about
Miami.
In February, once you got
Yeah.
to really watch him every game because that's your team now. I'm asking the same
Who?
question, and I bet your
Reeves?
answer changes.
I
Reeves
bet it
versus
don't.
Gabe.
Bet it don't. I Reeves is
I bet it
way
don't
better
either.
than Gabe.
Reeves
I
is
will-
better.
Way better
Way
than
better.
Gabe. He's
All I'm gonna
way better
say-
than Gabe.
I'ma ask
It's
you
not
then.
even fucking close. But like I said before, he's not. Reeves is shitting on Gabe. Not even close.
Yes, he is.
But when
Yes,
he comes
is,
in there
bro.
and we can go in there and he can just shoot the ball, that's cool because now we got another person who can shoot it versus having like 2 or 3 people. That's it. So My
So I'm
shit's
put it
not
like
gonna
this.
change with
Before
that.
before I kick it to Joe, I'm put it like this.
Yeah,
If
it's not gonna
your
change.
role for Gabe Vincent is just spot up shooter, you're gonna be very disappointed. And then
No,
I'm
I'm
gonna have
not
to
saying
catch
just
you guys
spot
again.
up shoot. That's not what I'm saying. I'm
He doing
saying
more than that.
he can add more to it because like with Denver. Denver is the only thing I'm judging our whole season off last year is just how we played against Denver. That's
It
it.
should be.
That was the one that I said that they would give us the hardest problem. And then where we struggled at, we had the play. Like I think Reeves did great against Denver. I think Anthony Davis did okay. LeBron, you know what I'm saying? They just got old. Gabe Vincent gives a little bit of like he can ball handle, he can shoot a little bit. He's not about to go out there and score 15 a night. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm cool if he gets 7-8 points a night. That's all I'm saying. He's a 7-8 point player. Like we got him for real cheap. He can kind of like mix it up a little bit, fuck people up. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he like the greatest player in the world, but
Joe, what's your favorite move?
when he play for us, motherfucking moves matter.
Motherfucker cut you off.
Don't matter. The
Shit.
Lakers know how to make players good. I'm just saying that. We got a real track record
Man.
of that.
I was gonna say the Lakers, but you know, Devion just talked about everything. So I'll go ahead and say I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I'll say Jordan Poole with the Wizards because before they got Jordan Poole, I didn't know what the fuck the Wizards was doing. I was like, who they trying to sell tickets to? Like, who gonna score points? Like, they ain't got no names. Jordan Poole may be cool to watch at the Wizards every now and then. He may drop some big games, but like besides that, nothing real big. I guess Brook Lopez going back to the Bucks was kind of big because they definitely need him. If they would have lost him, that would have hurt.
They got both the
Yeah.
Lopez's.
But yeah, that's gonna be cool. That'll be interesting. But besides, like Devion took the Lakers one, so
I'm just
I'll
saying
let
it
him take that.
was.
He right. It was
got
great that
them.
they stayed packed and got some added additions because I wasn't expecting it.
Because
I'm
we
glad
wasn't
they
gonna get no big moves after Brad Beal
No.
left. I was like, Dame ain't going there. We
Hell.
can't get Brad Beal, so it's like Kyrie wasn't going. Kyrie went back, so it's just like whatever's left over. Hey, we picked up the little pieces.
Fact.
Everybody role players. Yeah, there's decent pickups. Still don't think we gonna win it all. But hey.
I will agree with Devion. I think Gabe Vincent was the best other move of
They
the
needed it.
offseason. But I'm gonna choose a different one to highlight as my favorite because it definitely is my favorite, and I might be cheating slightly because it was part of the Bradley Beal trade. But it's not the Brad Beal part of it. My favorite move in there that I think is sneaky underrated was Jordan Goodwin also being included to Phoenix.
I knew I was gonna. But he ain't lying though. They need him. He gonna play a lot, bro.
It's not
It's
bad.
everything that you were talking about, Devion. They need somebody who can play some defense.
Baby
do a
Draymond.
lot of the little things. Exactly. He's going to do a lot of those other things.
Baby
The Wizards last year, before the season ended, signed him to a longer-term deal. So he's actually on a pretty good team-friendly deal for at least, I think, 2 or 3 more years.
2 years.
I think that's going to be a sneaky one that no one really talked about when it was made because no one really knows who Jordan Goodwin is. Again, they didn't really watch Wizard games. Obviously, I watched when he played because that is a Billiken, one of the few Billikens in the league. So that's my favorite one. I think that's going to actually end up paying dividends. He's going to be a guy that I think can probably guard 1 through 4, depending on the team, depending on the 4.
Yeah.
Your boy. Sorry, since you said Billikens, your boy is on the Golden State
Warriors. Yuri, come on, Yuri, make that roster, baby, make that roster.
I guess got a roof on him. It's just like
a roof for him.
Hey, bro, if
I'm just
that's
like
a baby Chris Paul, bro. He gonna do the same thing Chris Paul does for the team.
I was some of my friends asked me about it, and so what I said is his best, and I hate that I'm gonna do this. I really, really, really hate that I'm gonna make this comparison. But his best shot, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. Oh, the person he needs to try to emulate is Kyle Lowry.
I knew you Lowry.
Come on, bro.
Will,
He wish. That boy wish, dog. He wish.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm saying that's who he should try to emulate.
You comparing him to a Hall of Famer, dog. Come on, bro.
Up. No, we're not
said
doing it.
I didn't compare him.
Come on, bro.
I didn't compare him.
Will,
I said who he needs to try to emulate.
Please don't let him get away with this.
Kyle Lowry couldn't shoot when he came in the league. Yuri can't shoot. Good facilitator. Good defender.
Well, that's a great comparison. It ain't like
No, it's
Kyle
not.
Lowry. That
Kyle
fucking
Lowry got
great.
Hall of
Like,
Fame
he's not.
potential. What you mean?
I'm not saying Yuri can ever have the career that Kyle
Do I
Lowry
need
had.
to
I'm
pull?
saying
Fuck all
if
that. Do
he's
I need
gonna
to pull his
model
stats back
his
up?
game after who he like, that's the record he's
Bro,
got to follow right there.
bro.
Kyle Lowry would have some of the worst stats ever for a Hall of Fame. I don't give a fuck what
Lies.
nobody say. Pull up his stats.
Lies.
I've had this argument a million
Baller.
times with a million different
Baller.
people. His
Baller.
stats are
Baller.
trash.
Yuri Collins better hope he Phil
That-
Pressey.
He better be thinking fucking Kawhi.
Bullshit.
That's who he better be thinking.
Man,
No
please,
Kawhi.
dog.
You
So
wouldn't
we just
dare
gonna
say this.
we're gonna
out there.
say
You
ignore
wouldn't
all
dare
those
say that.
seasons where he could have made it to the finals, but LeBron was in the way.
What stats did he have during all them fantastic runs? I'll wait for
He
you to
showed
say 'em,
up. He
'cause
showed up.
ain't
DeMar
nothing important.
DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan didn't show up. Kyle Lowry showed up in a couple of them games.
Where did they reflect
Couple
that
of
in his
games.
accomplishments? Where did they reflect that in his accomplishments?
Hang the
Boy got a ring.
banner. Hang the
Bro,
banner.
bro.
Kyle Lowry showed up in a couple games.
Come on,
Hang
bro.
it.
Like he showed up. He showed up in a couple
Second
games
best
with
player
Toronto.
in the finals for the Miami Heat. Second best player for.
Stop
It was Duncan Robinson. It was
fuck
Kyle
outta
Lowry.
here,
Then it
man.
was Jimmy Butler.
So look, and that's why that's why I
So-
like Gabe Vincent coming to the Lakers.
Not
because
even
you take shit
close
like
to
that away
accurate.
from them. But I'm
Like
just
the
saying
best-
you take
the
shit
best
away from
play-
them. But that's
The
crazy.
best
to me.
player for the
I said
Heat
in the
was-
finals. In the
I know,
finals.
in the
Crazy.
finals was
It's
by
crazy.
far Bam. Like
It was
by
Duncan Robinson.
far Bam.
No, it
It was
wasn't.
Duncan Robinson.
Duncan gave him
It
some.
was
Duncan
Duncan
was
Robinson.
He
good.
gave some glimpses
He was a good
of
third.
hope. That's what he
He was a
did.
good third.
He did good for.
Then it was
getting
Kyle
10
Lowry.
points. That's what
Then
I'm
it was.
saying.
Then we could put Bam up there, I guess.
It wasn't no fucking Kyle Lowry, bro. Come on. No, it wasn't.
Bro,
Like,
Bro,
that's
Kyle
the
Lowry
one
came
person that I hate
busting.
more than anybody. I hate this.
You can
Kyle
hate him, bro.
Lowry.
We're moving on.
He going to the
Start-
Hall of Fame. You can hate.
Start
He
the
is. That's
cut.
what's
Still going.
pissing you off. Like he's weak
This-
ass.
Still going.
is.
This
He's
is
still
a
going.
this was created in our group chat because me and
Still
Devion
going.
Devion wasted
He's
like
still
half
going.
a work day for me, making me argue with him on
I'm
this.
gonna piss
so-
somebody off with this too, because who my last is gonna be, it's gonna piss a lot of
Oh
people
yeah, I already
off.
know who I'm sitting.
We go sit the same
All right, so
person.
start, sit, cut.
I mean, cut.
Tyler
we
Hero,
cut the
Austin
same person.
Reeves, Jordan Poole.
Go
I
let
think
Joe go
these are
first.
all like
Let Joe go first.
same-ish caliber players. Joe, go ahead.
Man, this okay. I'm starting Austin Reeves. First of all, they all shoot equivalently, but Austin
For a
Reeves is a better finisher. But Austin Reeves is a better finisher at the rim, so I'm starting him. I'm sitting Jordan Poole because I think he is
my
electric
God.
coming off the bench.
Oh, never mind. I ain't gonna make nobody mad. Never mind.
I'm cutting.
I
I'm
was gonna
cutting
say
Tyler
that.
Hero. I'm cutting Tyler Hero.
This
I
is
see-
just
okay.
unfiltered heat.
What
Heat
you mean?
hate
They
right
both
now.
20-point scorers, but I seen Tyler. Well, I guess they both. I've seen them both disappear, but I seen Tyler Hero light it up, and then the next year,
You said
got nothing
disappear,
for him.
like you talking about like Houdini disappear?
Yes, for a whole season. Tyler Hero disappeared for a whole season.
That was for
What
injury,
season?
but Poole
What season?
wasn't hurt.
What you mean? After the
What
season after
season?
they made the
He disappeared.
finals.
You talking about his second fucking year in the league?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. He still
Yeah.
disappeared from Negro.
I can't get.
Shit,
I can't shit on him for that one. He
still disappeared.
I can't shit.
But like I
Look, I
said-
get on his ass about a couple things, but not that one. I can't do
I'm
that.
taking. We'll see after the end of the year. We'll see what Jordan Poole do with the Wizards.
He
You'll
gonna-
see. I'm right.
You gonna put
So
seats
all
in-
I'm gonna say is,
in
so
butts and seats.
apparently Joe said he disappeared.
I'm not a Tyler
after
Hero
the
fan.
Final run, 13.5 points his rookie season, went up to 15.1 in that second year where he.
Okay, I'm talking about his shooting.
Okay, we want to keep changing the subject. His effective field goal percentage was 52%.
I don't
his
care about
rookie
no
year,
effective field goal
and
percentage, bro.
51.6 the next year. Okay, you want regular? I'm trying to find it on this page.
Nah, he
field goal
wasn't
percent.
for
Oh, I'm
sure.
sorry. I'm glad
Nah,
you
it
said
was-
that,
it
Joe.
was
Damn,
better.
damn.
42.8
No,
his
it
rookie
was
year to
good.
43.9.
No, bro.
So thank
So you
you.
tell me you know he
It
fell
went
off.
up.
You know he
It
fell
went
off
up.
that second year. Okay.
Nah,
he still fell off that
every
second
second- statistic-
cool.
But yeah, he fell off. Sure. Whatever.
He
Got
fell
it.
off.
Devion, go
He
ahead.
fell off.
I'm starting Reeves. I like Reeves
Smart.
more than anybody in there, and I think he's like I said. I get the whole argument. We ain't gonna go into it. I get it, but like I said, I think
He
you
a better
put
finisher.
him behind AD and all them for majority of the season. I think he's a great fit, and we saw what he did in the playoffs. He didn't just sit behind when everybody else was not doing shit. He took control of the games. He started racking people, started scoring, So we gonna give Duncan Robinson his flowers. We gonna give Reeves his flowers too there, because I think he had way more of an impact than what Duncan Robinson did. I'm just going off what Joe said. So, because them runs that Reeves did kept us in the game, we would have got blown out if he didn't do that.
Facts.
That's a fact.
I mean, they play so differently. Hero and Reeves play a very similar type role. Where Duncan's just like he's a gravity.
No,
shooter,
and that's why I say I don't
yeah.
like using them. I don't get because they're nowhere near the same player. It's just
No.
like the type of, I guess, effect that they had in just the playoffs or that particular game. I like it. I'm going to sit Hero. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, Joe. Like Houdini act. I watched Poole.
He disappeared after he got punched in the face, bro. He checked out after that. He didn't want to be there.
That is the one.
But I also watched Jordan Poole. I watched Jordan
yourself,
Poole
but
help
you know
them
you
win.
get traded.
I also watched him help them win the NBA Finals though too.
He sucked in the finals.
He
wasn't great. He wasn't great, but he had some good moments. He had some moments. He had some moments, bro.
They couldn't even play him in the playoffs.
Thank you. That
Bro,
shows you.
That was this year. That was this year.
Last year he wasn't doing that great either. It just shows you how good.
Oh,
the
so you mean after a
Warriors
finals
offense
run,
is.
Joe, he disappeared?
Come on.
Is that what you're
Come on,
saying?
Joe,
After he got punched, bro.
Joe,
He got knocked the fuck out.
Last year he was not that great in the playoffs. The offense.
No, he was not great last year in the playoffs because he got knocked out.
The year before that, we can talk about the year before that too.
Devion, here's the easy.
No, he was good in the playoffs.
Here's the easy answer, Devion.
He was good in the playoffs.
Joe, your quote unquote like great year for Jordan Poole. He came off the bench, right?
Yes.
Who won Sixth Man of the Year that year?
Probably Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero. Yeah. Okay.
Probably. Yeah.
Jordan Poole
was higher.
Jordan Poole benefited these last couple years of how good the Warriors offense is and how much they swing it. Will he be exciting to look at in the Wizards? Yes, but they're not gonna win shit.
No.
He's gonna go in and score 50-point game.
Okay, so wait. So if Tyler Hero goes to Portland, they winning games?
I'll bet my money more times on
none of these players are.
I'm not.
Gonna be,
none of them.
Yeah, none of these players can be that guy.
But I'll bet my money more on Tyler Hero than him. Look, Tyler Hero and Reeves are the only two I'm gonna argue with each other. I'm sorry, Tyler Hero and Reeves are the only two I will even argue with each other. And I'm cool with if you pick Hero over Reeves, but Poole showed me his true colors. The time to showcase himself and when all them players is out, and come on, bro.
That's something wrong.
He definitely didn't do that in the regular season when everybody was out. I get that, but that's after he got punched in the face, bro. He was checked out.
He
was checked out.
Come on, that's part of the whole issue. So, all right, I'm gonna start Hero.
Poole getting cut. My bad. Let me say, Poole's.
Yeah,
out the gym. I'm throwing his ass out the arena.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. He's gone.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm starting Hero back-to-back 20 points per game while being the third option on his team. He's a okay playmaker. You're not really getting Hero for his playmaking. I'm gonna sit Reeves and Devion. I'm gonna give you why. Here's what I think the difference is in my head. Now again, you're not winning if either one is your best player.
Nah, I agree with that.
No.
But I think if the defense is focusing on each one of these, Tyler Hero is going to be able to still get his bucket. I don't really know that if Austin Reeves gets that top defender, I don't think Austin Reeves is really going to be able to get his bucket. Now, I think he can still play make very effectively, which is why I'm going to take him over Poole. I'm going to sit Reeves and cut Poole. But to me, that's kind of the difference. If I was going to, I got to give the keys to one of these guys, I'm going to give it to Hero first, Reeves second, and then I'd throw the fucking car away before I gave it to Jordan.
I can't.
You can't.
Here's the thing about it is I don't think I have good enough points to argue that. It'll be because I've seen
it's different arguments. So if you want to say who's going to be the better role player, if you ask me on the Heat with Jimmy and Bam is the anchor, I probably want Tyler Hero because I need the extra scoring. But if I had a situation like LA where I've got LeBron and AD, I probably want Austin Reeves. That's it. Just kind of depends on what your team needs. That team needs more playmaking. My Heat need more firepower from an individual shot creator. I think that's Tyler Hero. And so to me, if you're going to push them who's the better player, then I'm going to go to the guy who can get his own shot first and can still kind of play make versus a guy that I don't think could really go get his own shot versus top defenders.
See, and that's the thing about it. I gotta give it one more year because, like I said, that run, this playoff run that Reeves had, I think the whole season he had. But the one thing we do with Lakers, we do champion these players like this.
Too often. Yeah,
We champion our players. But if he does the same thing I watched him do last year and throughout that whole playoffs again, I think it'll be more of a conversation. But until then, I ain't gonna argue that. That one I'm not gonna argue with you on because
I'm gonna put it like this:
Hero,
I'm a fan of both
I-
Hero and Reeves.
I ain't
I'll
gonna
never
argue
be a
that
fan
one.
of Jordan Poole. I don't think,
No,
unless he does a complete 180.
It's 'cause
So
you're
Joe,
a hoe.
I don't know what the fuck you're smoking, but
He's
'Cause
too
you're a
much
hoe.
of a one-on-one player. I'm sorry that
He
he's
is
not
a
good
one.
enough at it.
just misses
Shit's not gonna
shots.
be so sweet when Steph and Clay are on the other side.
Yeah, bro. Like,
We'll
watch.
see.
All
We'll see.
right, we saw it. We saw it during the playoffs. But he's go score like 50-point games. Watch, he's go get hot. One of
He'll
them
get one
games,
when they're playing like Houston or some
Yeah.
shit like that.
and
For
they
sure.
probably go lose that game too.
Right?
Facts.
It's
You know
gonna
how
be a close
you guys
game.
know how
It's gonna be
we
a
on
close
this
game.
show. We choose love. We choose violence. Joseph, I feel like you got hate on your mind right now.
I
so I'm gonna
definitely
let you
got hate
go.
on my mind for sure, for sure. And it's going to Adam Wainwright. Like, bro, I get it. You've had a great career.
Oh
You've had a great career, bro. You had enough ego to know
Oh, I
that your
don't
ass is
expect this to end
done,
this fantastic. Oh, this is
but
amazing.
you want to get 2 more wins so you can get to 200. But your ass too damn soft after a bad outing. You gonna deactivate your Twitter, bro? And then people get on your ass about it, and you gonna bring it back 2 days later. If that ain't the softest shit I ain't ever seen, you telling me you got enough ego to go out there and get 198 wins as a starting pitcher in Major League Baseball? You that excellent, but that damn soft at the same time. I wish anybody would ever talk about KD having a burner account. He ain't never deleted his shit. He ain't ever deactivated his shit. He gonna call you out and say, "Hey, I ain't no bum." But other people run and hide after they get love all their
That
career
boy
for
got a
20
burner
years.
account.
They get, yeah, man, that boy deactivate your shit because you starting to play bad. You ain't got love for 20 years. You get a little bit of hate for 3 hours and your ass want to deactivate shit. Stop being soft. Go out there, suck or retire, bro. Like, don't be no bitch about it. So I'm throwing hate at Adam Wainwright.
Love it. I love
Hey,
it.
bro, I
Got
was
us as
not
lit up
expecting
in
that
London.
one. Boy, that shit.
Devion,
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
I'm gonna pick Love, but hey, Mike
Yeah.
Conley to like the Celtics would have been something that they need. That's the type of player they need. But I'm gonna give love to Jokic. Hey, bro, we've heard a million times how these people said, "When have you ever seen a big man be the best player on your team and win?" And that can't happen. You gotta have the
The
2,
new
3.
NBA.
The new NBA is not gonna work. You gotta switch over. Hey, Jokic shut all that shit down.
Quick.
Hey, clearly the best player on the team. By far, just wasn't arrogant at any point. Shook everybody's hands before he celebrated. Shook everybody's hands at the game. Hey, encouraging words. Went in there, kind of celebrate. Say, I'm trying to go home. My family, I already got the job done, bro. Hey, man, one of the greatest performances we ever
That shit
seen.
was cold.
You can't say nothing bad about him. He was a gentleman. The whole he like, bro. Come on, like how mad y'all? We competitors, bro. How mad would you be if somebody was fucking you up and you couldn't stop them? And then after the game, hey, bro, good game. I didn't say nothing crazy. Come on, bro. Like mentally, I'm in my head like, fuck, dude, talking to me like this. I'll punch dude in his face for this. But you gotta respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like Jokic had one of the best
Good point.
performances ever, bro. Like hey, got them their first championship ever. Like, and they did it like, man, artwork. You know what I'm saying? They was knocking some heavy hitters out that motherfucking park. Shout out to Jokic, bro. They deserve that. I'm gonna give him love all day, bro. They clear front runners next year. Hey, shout out to y'all, man. I ain't got nothing bad to say about y'all. I got on Murray so many years. And look, he did all right. So
Not you trying to take credit.
Right.
nah, I ain't taking credit for him, but I'm just happy Murray
all that criticism,
actually,
all that years, you know.
I'm just
it
saying
built
because
him
I
up.
just want
Really
him to see,
motivated him.
I just want to see him do good one time, and the one time he do all right, they fucking win. Like for real, it's just like it's
Guards
good
from
to
Kentucky,
see.
that's what they do.
I'm saying it's good to see that we criticize these players and they actually fucking do right.
Progress.
the next year and it translates
Ain't that
to a
right,
win.
Joe? Them guards from Kentucky. I knew you were a
Something
super
about it.
Tyler Hero fan.
Man,
I knew you were a Hero
fucking
fan.
hate Kentucky, but that's why I
Me
don't like
too.
saying nothing
I
good
ain't
about
say
none
all
of their
that.
players either. But I don't like Kentucky, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm not gonna start that argument.
All right, so
Shout out to Jokic.
I'm choosing violence. I'm choosing
Bang,
violence.
bang.
It's
Bang, bang.
tempered, and I get now that the way things are playing out, it probably doesn't seem as smart, but I'm taking violence a little bit at my Heat. A little bit at the Heat. They got lucky as fuck that Dame is doing exactly what Dame's doing right now and demanding the Heat.
Yeah.
Because how they passed on Bradley Beal when Brad said it's one of two teams, he has a no trade clause, you didn't have to hardly give up anything. Phoenix had like nothing left to give except for a fucking Chris Paul. I don't like. Apparently, there was a deal there that the Wizards asked from the Heat, and then the Heat just said no. And I'm assuming that was probably meaning like including Tyler Hero. I don't know. I don't understand it. Like that was like a sure thing. Like that was like a layup of a deal to get done. They accomplished the same exact thing for the Heat. Brad's younger. I really did not understand. That was a stupid gamble, in my opinion, to rely on Dame asking out of Portland and then demanding Miami and Miami only. Now, it looks like it's going to work out for him at this stage in time, but again, it still hasn't happened yet. And if they
his best
swing
friend
and miss on
Bam.
both, if they
I hope
swing and
that
miss
shit
on
don't
both,
happen.
it's gonna make
I hope that shit
that
don't
much
happen.
If y'all
better.
don't get that trade,
Ooh,
y'all
I hope that shit don't
y'all are the
happen.
biggest fucking losers ever. If y'all
It'd be
don't
so
get
great.
Dame.
That's what I'm
It'd
saying.
be
Like,
so
I don't
great.
understand. Like, you just don't let someone like that just walk
It's
by.
so
He
great.
fixes everything.
Bam
So,
is his best friend, bro. That's why they passed up on Bill. They got some insider information. Bam's his best friend.
and
That-
allegedly Jimmy said after the finals, he
on.
said, "Make Dame happen." Like, whatever. Like,
Whatever.
if he would have got Brad Beal, I don't think either one would be fucking mad. So
No,
that's
I'm cool.
I'm choosing violence on the Heat. Don't like to do it.
Bow, bow, bow.
I usually trust the process. I'm trusting their process still, obviously. But yeah,
This
I
ain't
didn't
Boston,
like
baby.
that.
You always trust y'all process. Y'all ain't
So
Boston.
you
This
still
ain't
got
Philly.
you got trust
Whoa.
in you got trust in Phil Jackson.
You mean Pat Riley?
I mean, that's what he turned it into.
Oh,
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. He ain't getting nobody. He ain't getting nobody. I'm just saying. He ain't getting nobody.